absolute 0, we see that f of E becomes 1, giving that nearly all electrons are below Fermi level. Now with this diagram, I can able to explain you. Now see, if you see the first diagram, you will find here one valence band and another is the conduction band. And there is a gap is mentioned, E gap, and the Fermi level is mentioned at absolute 0 Kelvin. Now what happens when all the no electrons can above the valence band at 0 Kelvin. So electron below absolute 0 Kelvin, what will happen? There will be no electrons that above the valence band. So all the electrons in the valence band itself, since they have got no energy. So at absolute 0 temperature, the electrons have very less energy. So are all the electrons in the valence band. So there is no possibility of electrons moving from valence band to conduction band. But in the second figure, if you can see, if you start giving or increasing the temperature, what will happen? These electrons will get excited and will try to absorb or move above the Fermi level. Once the temperature is increased, it will start to move in the conduction band by passing through Fermi level. Okay, but as you go on increasing the temperature, and some at higher temperature, it will definitely go beyond the Fermi level and they will enter in the conduction band and becomes free electrons, and then they will start contributing to electric current. So this is how there is a relation between temperature and the Fermi level. Previously, that means in the first diagram, when at absolute 0 or 0 Kelvin, all the electrons have almost less energy, though they will lie in the valence band. As you go on increasing the temperature, some of the electrons will cross the Fermi level. But when you increase the temperature, that means at the highest temperature, some of the electrons can reach to the conduction band and you will start carrying the electric current. This is how there is a relation between temperature and the Fermi level. So what are the temperature and the Fermi? Some of the points are there. They allow us to make calculation as to the density of electrons and holes in the material or the relative amounts of heat depending on the temperature. This is crucial in understanding the current flow through the semiconductors. So how the current will flow through the conductors, this can be explained with this temperature and Fermi level concept. That is what I already told you. Once you start increasing prior to this, that means when they are at absolute 0, there will be no any all the energy in the electrons. So once you start increasing the temperature, what will happen? They will start to cross the Fermi level, and once at the highest temperature, they will definitely cross the Fermi level and they enter in the conduction band, and then they will start conducting the current. In conductor, electrons only partially fill the valence band, and and conduction bands are very close to overlap. What is given in this? How the current flows in the conductor. That means metals. Here, all the electrons which will coming from the valence band, they will fill in the conduction band and they will become free electrons, and these free electrons align in the direction of the field and they will start carrying electric current. That's why so many number of electrons are there, so they will start overlapping each other. But in case of the valence band, what will happen? Below the Fermi level, they are not having certain energy, they don't have any energy, so will not able to carry the current. That is why they are called as the insulator. Fermi level and band gap in the solid largely determine its electrical property. That means this Fermi level energy always have a good electrical and thermal conductivities. Now this part we will see now. Superconductivity. It is nothing but the ability of the certain material